Maybe close your eyes. And with closed eyes, it's a little bit easier to shut yourself off from the world around you. And then take your attention inwards to your inner world. Notice yourself being carried by the floor. Feel the way you sit. And without doing anything or over exaggerating, you can softly stretch up to reach the crown, towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And then you probably feel the trunk expanding just a little bit. And in this trunk, you can breathe. Can you take your attention towards your breath and feel in which direction the breath wants to go? You don't have to push it anywhere. You don't have to do anything. Just try to simply notice. And sometimes you feel that you have the tendency to really breathe towards your chest. Sometimes it's more in the lower part of the trunk, the belly. Maybe you can feel that you have a really free access towards the right side of your trunk, or the left, or both. Just notice what it is for you at this moment. You softly inhale through your nose and also let the exhalation run out through your nose. And then maybe you can make the inhalations a little bit more curious. So, is it possible for you to explore your shoulder girdle? Or to breathe all the way to the pelvis bottom? Can you take your breath towards your backside? Explore there. Or do you feel it more in the front of the body? And there's no wrong or right, it's all fine. Just notice what it is for you today. And I really liked the breathing exercises that we did with Fiorella last time when we started the class. So I wanted to start with them as well, but in my own way, if that's okay. So maybe you want to open your eyes softly to see what I'm doing. And it's actually the same that Fiorella did. So when you inhale, you expand yourself. And when you exhale, you round. So you come inwards. And then inhale, expand. If it feels okay for you, you can take the head as well, backwards. And then exhalation, round yourself. Make yourself small. And do this a few more times in your own pace. Don't let the breath go faster. But really slowly move the body. Synchronize the movement to the way you're breathing. Yeah, beautiful. And this awakens the spine in a very, very soft way. 2 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, make yourself small. Last time, inhale, expand. And with an exhalation, close. And then with your next inhalation, you softly push the sitting bones into whatever you're sitting on. And from there, you reach the crown all the way towards the ceiling again, towards the sky, to elongate the body. Don't lift the chin, but keep the chin slightly connected to the chest. Yes. Then take your hands on your shoulders. And this one is also from Fiorella. So with an inhalation, you reach with the right elbow up, left elbow goes to the floor. And when you exhale, you go the other direction. So left elbow into the air, right elbow towards the floor. And again, in your own pace. Don't do it fast, but really slow. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Yeah, beautiful. And exhale. One more time, inhale to the left. And exhale to the right. And come to the middle. Keep the hands on the shoulders. We are going to do the other direction. So now inhale to the right. And exhale to the left. Keep the sitting bones connected to your seat. Inhale to the right. And exhale to the left. Beautiful. Really try to push your elbow towards the ceiling. One more time, inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Yes. And back to the middle. Just drop your hands. Maybe turn or rotate your shoulders backwards. So lift them up towards your ears and push them back a few times. And then also the other direction, forwards, which always feels a bit funny. Yeah. And release. Maybe best to have a look at me first, and then I will also talk you through it. What we are going to do, if you don't have a bolster or a cushion, you can roll up your blanket and make it into a firm roll. You can place the feet on it, like so. Stand on your knees. Have a look first, because otherwise you miss half. And then place your hands in prayer position, like this. And then place the elbows on your mat. And then walk the hands a little bit forward so that you can also rest your forehead on the mat. So this is the position. I will show you from the side. Maybe that's better. So you stand like this. Can you see my hands? So. Like this. Yeah. It's nice when the feet are a little bit higher, supported. You don't have to take any action in this position. Just try to go with gravity. Beautiful. So when you inhale, you fill yourself with fresh air. And each time you exhale, you surrender the way you are now. So don't try to push the elbows into the floor. Don't hold the core, you can just let the belly go as well. And then visualize your spine as a hammock. So the whole spine falls a little bit towards the floor. And you will probably feel this between your shoulder blades. in between your ribs. Maybe you also feel it in the shoulders itself. Or in the upper arms and chest. Try to really soften your face. No tension in the jaw. The forehead is resting on your mat. And without really doing anything, just try to imagine that it happens organically. You really slowly shift your weight from left to right. So very, very slowly imagine yourself being a dog and wiggling your tail. But so small that nobody can see. And maybe you notice that when you move very, very small, that the pose or the effect of the pose goes to different areas. One more minute. If you don't like the moving motion, then you can become still in the middle again. But if you do like it, then just carry on. So really try to adjust to your needs. And then pause in the middle. With the next exhalation, you can lower the pelvis, release the arms, maybe come to child's pose for a minute. Feel the effect. And then let your hands help you to push you off the floor. Come back to sitting. Take the roll or the bolster, whatever is underneath your feet, away. And come up. I will show you another one. And these are really nice, gentle movements or ways you can be in. Especially in the morning when the body is just woken up and haven't moved so much yet. It's nice to open this area. Anyway, I think so anyway. The next one, it's a bit of a mess here, but the next one, you stand on your knees again and you interlace your fingers behind your back. Have a look, wait. So you keep the pelvis high now and you bend forwards. If it's okay for you, you can rest your head on the floor and then push the hand slightly overhead. There you can stay, or you can roll towards the crown of the head and roll slightly back towards the forehead. So again, you make a very small, gentle movement. Give it a try. Don't force anything. You're not going for strong, intense feelings. The smaller you move, or the smaller you make your movement, the smaller the effect, or not the smaller the effect, but the more intense the effect will be in the small muscles of your body. Yeah, you're doing fine. So keep the pelvis in the air, keep the hands in the air, keep the face relaxed and soft. It's really nice if you have something, like a pillow or maybe a blanket under the forehead to make it a bit softer. And you feel that you change, or you change the weight a little bit. So from the pelvis, from the legs, the weight goes to the head. It's a really nice way to release your neck. And again, the upper back. Don't forget to breathe. And then release, lower the pelvis towards your heels. Slowly come back up to sitting. Take your time. Now you interlaced your hands in a way that you probably always do it. I always have my left index finger on top. So now we are going to change the interlock of the fingers. So now the right, in my case, the right index finger is on top. And we do the same thing. And you will probably notice that it can feel like a total different movement. So again. And roll over the forehead towards the crown of the head and back towards the forehead. Yeah. Maybe you also want to explore the range of movements of the arms from left to right. So then you stop in a comfortable position and you maybe very slowly push the hands a little bit towards the right, tiny bit towards the left. Don't overdo it. Don't make your movements hard and fast. But try to be really gentle with yourself. The effect is much better when you soften. And if it doesn't feel right for you, then stop. And don't do it. Really listen to your own body system. And I can tell you anything, but it doesn't mean that it's good for you. So when you had enough, it's enough. If you want to explore a bit further, continue. And then slowly come out, drop the pelvis, lower the arms. Just feel the way you are now. Maybe a little rest in child's pose, maybe you want to come up back to sitting. We are going to do one sitting up, and this one, it's probably nice if you have a little bit of height again you can sit on. So I'm going to use my bolster again. And we will now sit like this. If you want, you need the belty thing or the whatever you're using. You need that. You can sit like either like this, or you can come into the full pose, which means that you take the legs forwards and then you fold them over each other. So the left leg goes under and then the right knee goes over. Like this. If that's okay for you. If that's not okay for you, don't bother. Then just sit kneeling down. It's all fine. You take the thing that you can use as a belt. The right hand goes back and the left hand goes up. Or the right hand goes down and the left hand goes, the left hand goes up and the right hand goes down. So it's nice if you can hold something. And you don't have to try to get your hands together. Just make it really easy for you. Whatever you can hold. Maybe you want to hold your jumper, which is also fine. So the right knee is over the left and the right arm is back. And just softly arrive in this new position. And then also make it a little bit more organic. So instead of being static in this pose, you can move on the motion of your breath. So when you inhale, maybe you want to slightly twist. And when you exhale, twist back. Make it really, really small. So if somebody's watching you, they can see that they can't see that you're moving. That's small. Maybe you want to circle your elbows a little bit, like imagine yourself drawing circles on the ceiling, on the floor. Really, really tiny. Very, very subtle. And what can also be really lovely is when you push the back of your head against your left arm. Also, very gentle. Don't do it hard. Maybe the back of your head, or maybe the side of your head. Explore. Don't harden your shoulder. And just let the breath go organically. Find his or own way, her own way. And then release the arms. And spread them wide. So that you can really let the blood flow all the way to your hands. Maybe wiggle the fingers a little bit. And then drop your arms. Lean backwards. If you were sitting like me with the legs crossed, then change the legs. So now the right knee goes under and the left knee goes over. And then again, take the belt or whatever you're using. Now you take the left elbow down and the right elbow is pointing upwards. Maybe the first thing you notice is a difference. The shoulder is maybe a bit easier or it feels more stiff. Don't try to do anything about it. It's just the way it is. Take your breath wherever it wants to go. Really, really tiny, small movements. So maybe a little bit of twisting left and right. Synchronize your movement to the way you're breathing. So from the face, maybe you want to draw circles again with the right elbow on the ceiling, and the left elbow on the floor. Just explore, and if it doesn't feel right for you, don't do it, don't bother. I really like the pushing of the head against my right lower arm now. I really feel that affecting the whole spine. Just the ear, back side of the head. And maybe you just want to sit still, which is also totally fine. Yes, and then slowly release. Lower the arms. Spread them wide. And then also release the legs forwards. Maybe you want to wiggle your knees a little bit. With your fingers. And release the arms. We're going to do it one more time. So left knee goes over the right. Yeah, you notice maybe that the first round, it's not so nice for the shoulders. But the second time can be total different experience. Left leg is over. Right leg is over. Right arm is back. Low. See if you can grab something again. I'm being a little bit clumsy here. maybe the first thing you notice now is what a difference from the first time. Which is also a very good thing to realize, that all these soft opening motions, movements in the body can really help you to feel a little bit more free. Soften the face, soft throat. The breath is going in and out of the body through the nose. Release the arms, spread them wide. If you're sitting like me, release the legs forwards, extend. And one more time, change. Left leg is going over the right. Left hand is low, or elbow actually is low. Right elbow is facing the ceiling. Draw your attention inwards. Feel yourself physically. Sensations in your body. Your breath. Maybe a soft push with the back of the head against the right upper arm, lower arm, sorry. Again. And release. First the arms. Let them float. And then also the legs. Release the arms. Now I wanted to do one more for the shoulders, which is called equal pose. And normally we do this standing up, and then it's like a balancing exercise, but we will do it lying down. And equal pose looks something like this. So you cross the arms over, and you try to reach for your hands. When you lie down, it's really nice, so don't do it. Clear your mat. Just place one blanket, or I have a towel here to use as a pillow. And then lie down on your back. Keep your legs bent. Feet are supporting you on the floor. And it's always really nice to have like a soft blanket that you can lie on. Don't put too much underneath the head, Sloan. So it's like a small pillow. Yeah. We wait till everybody's lying down. So this one is a little bit difficult. I will do it sitting. You straighten out the left arm. The right arm goes over the left. So the upper arms, they cross each other. You can stay down, Fiorella. Just lie down and then do it. Listen to what I'm saying. Then the left thumb goes towards your nose. And then you try to turn your right lower arm around the left. So that you can hold your hands in front of your face. Yeah. Fingers are pointing towards the crown of your head. Thumbs are facing you. And then see if you can softly push your elbows towards each other. So they really connect. And then maybe also, and maybe this is something more that you imagine instead of doing, push the elbows towards the ceiling. And again, all the movements that we make today are tiny movements. You don't have to do your best. You just explore what's possible. And this you will probably feel most in the right shoulder, but also in the back. Still, you have a relaxed face. The throat is open. And the breath is going wherever it wants to go. Just let it happen. Don't drop your hands on the face. Keep the arms, the total of the arms, just tiny bit lifted. Yes. And then release. Spread your arms wide to let the blood flow through them again. Be careful. And then we change sides. So now you reach with the right arm up. The left arm goes over the right, in between your upper arm and your chin, so to speak. Then bend the right arm, place the thumb of your hand on your nose, and circle the left underarm around the right. Arrive on this side. And see if you can connect your elbows again. And softly, softly push them towards the ceiling, into the air. A little bit upwards. Even though it's not possible, you give yourself direction. And maybe you notice that this will affect the left shoulder. You feel it in the shoulder blade, maybe in your armpit. And sometimes it helps if you take your breath there to explore what's going on in the left shoulder. Maybe you feel your arms getting tired. Which is pretty normal in this position. Just stay with the breath. Don't drop your hands on your face. A few more breaths and then you're done with it. Yeah, beautiful. And slowly release the arms to the sides. Feel the blood flow going through them. You can keep your arms like that by the sides or on the sides of your body, but we are going to do a very gentle twist. Maybe you want to have a look at me first again. I will show. You keep the legs bent, but I will stretch them out a little bit because otherwise you can't really see me. So you're going to twist your hands. So one hand twists open and the other hand closes. So like this, you don't have to straighten the arms, you keep them bent, but this is the motion of the arms. And if I show you the full thing, I will bend my legs again. So when the right arm hand is opening, you also turn your face and the knees towards the right. And then you come back to the middle. And then you open the left arm hand and you face the left side with the knees and the face. So very, very gentle twist. Don't drop the knees all the way to the floor. Keep the hands on the floor. So the hands are supported on the floor. Yeah. So you only do this. With the arms. And then the face is looking at the hand that is opening up. Yeah, but keep the hands on the floor. You feel this in the shoulders again, probably in the upper back, maybe also in the lower back and neck because of the motion of the face or the head and the knees. Maybe you can synchronize again the movement to the breath. So when you exhale, you twist one side. With an inhalation, you come back to the middle. And with the next exhalation, you alternate to the other side. Looking beautiful. And try to really enjoy your movements. Make them enjoyable. And you're doing this for you. And it sounds maybe a little bit silly, but I've never seen an animal make a movement that it doesn't enjoy. And we humans, we push ourselves into strange positions because we think we should. But the best way for your body system, and in the end also for you, is to move in a way that you can enjoy it. And it's really beautiful because if I see people moving like this in an enjoyable way, you see it on the smile that they have on the face. Yeah. Then you're satisfied. One more time, left and right. Really slow. Opening up the body. And so imagine your body is contained with like 90% water. And all the movements that we make now make the fluids in the body run through the body. So again, it's a really good way to waken up the body system. So these are exercises that are really nice to do in the morning to get all the flow going. Yeah, stop in the middle. Then I want to do one more before we close with Shavasana. And the last one is a reclining twist pose, and you do it facing down, belly down. I will show you, but first we need our materials. So you need 2 blankets or a blanket and a towel. I have a towel here, and you fold it 3 ways, or the way, or two ways, it doesn't really matter. On one side, you fold it double. Like so. So you have one flatter side and one side that's a little bit higher. You place this in the middle of your mat. And then you need a bit bigger, if you have it, blanket. And this, I want you to fold it in 4. So that's a bit more difficult. Maybe you have a look at me, you drop it on the floor and you fold it like so. And then you have 4 layers. So I will show you again. Maybe with the camera a little bit more down so you can see. So it's on the floor and then take it back, forwards, backwards and forwards. So it's 4 thin layers, yeah, like this. I will do this one facing you. So this is, here, there. You place this over your mat, and then the other one, you take it a little bit away with like a small space in between. The bigger part is on the left. Yeah, I will sit with my legs towards the left, touching the pelvis is touching the blanket. Don't do, but have a look first. Then I will lie myself down over the blanket, so this first thing is supporting the belly. And then you want the shoulder girdle over the long towel or blanket. So like this. You straighten both arms. The knees are going to the left. Also the face is going to the left. And this blanket is supporting the shoulder girdle. And so don't put it too high so it's under your chin. Don't put it too low because then it's not nice for the breasts, especially for us women, but really under the shoulders. And then you lie like this with the arms wide. Knees towards the left, face also towards the left. That's it. And again, this is a reclining pose. This is a restorative pose. And the restorative pose means you can just hang out in it, so to speak. You don't have to do anything. Maybe just adjust yourself to the most comfortable way you can be in this pose. And then just give over. Maybe again, close your eyes. Take your attention inwards. And maybe you can play a little bit with your breath. I always like, when I lie like this, to imagine that I inhale towards my fingertips, to extend the arms a bit longer, and exhale towards the floor. So really with every exhalation, you go with gravity. And maybe you also notice that lying down, facing down, belly down, feels a little bit more introvert than when you're lying on your back. Because now literally, the floor, the ground, the earth, whatever, it's supporting your heart region, your lower belly, your face. You feel a slight twist in your spine, in your rib cage. If it's not comfortable for your knees, if they're like pressing against each other, it can always be nice to have like a little blanket or some small pillow to place in between the knees. So it's a bit softer. And what we're really looking for is comfort. Because when you are at your most comfortable, it's the easiest way to let go of tension. Just one more minute. Stay with your breath. Inhaling, maybe towards your fingertips. Extend the arms long. Exhale, come back to the center. And go with gravity. If you had enough, you can, of course, come out. You don't have the blanket the right way, so it's supporting the belly. Yeah. Yeah. Is that better? You give it one more minute for slow. Okay, then bend the arms, place the hands on the floor and let them help you to push yourself back into sitting. Don't adjust too much, just take the knees the other side. And lie down again. Now with the knees to the right and also the head is turned to the right. Yeah, see if you can arrive on this side, how that feels for you. See that, or adjust the blanket so it's really supporting only the belly and it gives you a soft cushioning there instead of a bothering. So you should still be able to breathe in the belly and breathe towards the chest. Long, slow inhalations and exhalations. The face is facing the same direction as the knees. Otherwise, it's too much of a twist for the neck. Inhale towards your fingertips. Exhale, release tension. Maybe you notice yourself wandering off with thoughts. Just really gradually take yourself back to the physical body, sensations you feel there, breath. 1 more minute. Unless you had enough. If you had enough, you can always come out. But restorative poses, they take a couple of minutes of not doing anything. Just being in this position, in this way. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Super. And bend the arms, place the hands either side of your face on the floor. And with the hands, you push yourself slowly to come back up to sitting. And maybe you have the same feeling as me, that you have longer arms now. And with those long arms, we are going to Shavasana, to lay down. Normally we do Shavasana lying down on the back. If that's what you want, it's totally fine. Which can also be really nice, is to lie down on facing down. So again, on the belly. But whatever feels most comfortable for you at the moment. If you lie down on the back, it's nice to have like a little pillow again underneath the head. Make sure you are warm enough, so maybe you want to use a blanket to throw it over you. And maybe you want to lie down on your belly, which is my favorite. If you lie down on your belly, then turn your head one side. Don't forget to also turn it the other side after a few minutes. Or you can let the forehead rest on your hands or lower arm. I think that when you're lying down on your belly, it's not really nice to have a blanket under the head because that gives some pressure in the neck. Yeah. Explore if you want to take your hands, arms by your side, or if you want them on the sides of your face. When you're lying down on the belly. If you lie down on the back, you just let the arms rest either side of your body. Drop your feet open as if it is a book opening up. Let the whole body soften. No more doing, no more exploring, just being with what is now. So for the last 2 minutes of this class, don't have to move anymore. So that you can feel in your physical body the effects of the things that we did. And the body needs this time of total stillness. Same as the brain does in a way. When you sleep, sometimes when you dream, you process the things that happened. And after every yoga session, you give yourself a few minutes of shavasana, which is literally translated into corpse pose, which means you're lying down like you're dead, to let the body process the information that it got, that it received during the yoga asanas that we did. So if you're facing down and your head is one side, turn it the other side, otherwise you get a bit of a stiff neck. Don't go into thinking or planning what you're going to do with the rest of your day. Just stay here with the breath. Okay, then start making small movements. First wiggle your toes and fingers. Maybe twist your wrists and also your ankles a little bit. Maybe you want to move left and right. Really organically come back to motion. And in your own time, when you're lying on your back, you always roll to your side first to come up. If you're lying on your belly, you can push with the hands to come back into sitting. If you're not there yet, take your time. Yeah, maybe you want to hug your knees and give a last massage for the whole spine. Turning left and right. Maybe you feel like going back to bed, which is also really nice. If you have the time, please do. But let's close this session together by sitting up in a comfortable position, either with your legs crossed or with your legs under. Place your hands against each other in praying position in front of your chest. Inhale, explore the room that you are in now with yourself. So maybe you feel that you actually created more room to be in. Exhale, release. Go with gravity and feel the way you're touched by the floor, sitting, supported. And then with the next exhalation, you drop your chin towards your chest. You thank yourself for taking the time out of your busy day, out of your life, to do yoga with your body. Namaste.